Let me tell you something most men never realize. A woman doesn't have to scream, cheat, or lie to reveal her true nature. Sometimes all it takes is a single sentence. Because words, they leak truth. And if you listen carefully, a woman's words will tell you everything about who she really is, what she fears, and what she plans to do to you. So in this video, we're diving deep into the 6 things women say that are massive red flags. Every man needs to recognize them before it's too late. Now, stay till the end, because number 6, that one exposes a hidden manipulation tactic that almost every modern woman uses without even realizing it. Let's begin. Red flag number 1. I'm not like other girls. Sounds innocent, right? Even flattering. But here's the dark truth. This phrase is often a mask for insecurity and ego. When a woman says she's not like other girls, she's subtly trying to make you think she's special, different, and above competition. But deep down, this often comes from comparison, jealousy, and a craving for validation. It's emotional branding. She's trying to sell you on her uniqueness before you've even seen her real character. Think about it. Truly confident women never compare themselves to others because they don't need to. Their value speaks for itself through their actions, their consistency, their integrity. But when a woman leads with this phrase, she's already telling you that she's been measuring herself against other women, and she's worried you might do the same. This is called preemptive positioning in psychology. She's trying to control your perception before reality has a chance to shape it. And here's the thing. This statement also reveals something darker: contempt for other women. When she distances herself from her own gender, it signals an internal war. She hasn't made peace with femininity, competition, or her own insecurities. And if she can't respect other women, how will she respect you when things get difficult? If she truly wasn't like other girls, she wouldn't need to say it. Real confidence never announces itself. It shows up. It stays consistent. It proves itself over time. So when you hear this, don't fall for it. Watch her actions, not her words. Red flag number 2. My ex was crazy. If every story she tells ends with her being the victim and the man being the villain, that's your cue to run. In dark psychology, this is called emotional reframing. She's rewriting her past to appear innocent and blameless because she knows you'll unconsciously side with her. And let's be honest, it works. Most men hear this and immediately feel protective, sympathetic, even honored that she's trusting them with her pain. But here's what you need to understand. Everyone plays a role in their relationship dynamics. No one is purely a victim. No one is purely a villain. When someone refuses to acknowledge their part in past failures, they're telling you they haven't learned from them. They haven't grown. They haven't changed. But guess what? If she can talk like that about her ex, she'll do the same about you one day. One day, you'll be the crazy one. You'll be the toxic one. You'll be the story she tells the next guy to gain sympathy and rewrite history. A woman who is healed doesn't need to destroy someone else's image to protect her own. She can say, "We weren't compatible," or "We both made mistakes," or "I've learned a lot since then." That's emotional maturity. But when every ex is painted as a monster, it reveals something deeper: an inability to take responsibility, a pattern of blame shifting, and a refusal to self-reflect. And here's the psychological trap. When she frames herself as the perpetual victim, you unconsciously position yourself as her savior. You think, "I'll be different. I'll treat her better. I'll prove to her that not all men are bad." But you can't save someone who doesn't believe they need saving. You can only exhaust yourself trying. So when she calls every ex toxic, ask yourself, what kind of person keeps attracting toxic people? Maybe the common denominator isn't them. Red flag number 3. I don't know what I want. That line may sound cute, even mysterious, but it's actually one of the most dangerous things you'll ever hear, because people who don't know what they want end up experimenting on those who do. It means she's emotionally unstable, unsure, and likely using you as her emotional playground until she figures herself out. And by the time she does, you'll be drained. Let me break this down further. When a woman says she doesn't know what she wants, she's essentially saying, "I'm going to test the waters with you while keeping my options open." She's not committed. She's not clear. She's not ready. But instead of being honest about that, She wraps it in confusion and presents it as vulnerability. And most men mistake that confusion for depth. They think, she's just complex. She needs time. I'll help her figure it out. No, you won't. Because clarity isn't something you can give someone else. It's something they have to find within themselves. And while she's figuring it out, you're investing time, energy, emotions, and resources into something with no foundation. In Stoicism, there's a principle that says, never build on unstable ground. A relationship without clarity is a house built on sand. The moment pressure comes, it collapses. And here's the brutal truth. The same woman who tells you she doesn't know what she wants will have crystal clear certainty with the next guy. Why? Because attraction creates clarity. When she meets someone who truly captivates her, suddenly she knows exactly what she wants. Suddenly she's ready. Suddenly she's sure. So when you hear this phrase, don't interpret it as confusion. Interpret it as a lack of desire. In Stoicism, clarity equals power. Never build a future with someone who's still questioning their past. Red flag number 4. I'm just really busy right now. Let's be real. No one is too busy for who they truly want. When a woman says this, she's not out of time. She's out of interest. She's emotionally distancing herself while keeping you as a backup. This phrase is polite rejection disguised as patience. Think about it. People make time for what matters to them. They make time for their health, their passions, their priorities. And if you're constantly being told she's too busy, it means you're not a priority. You're an option. But here's the psychological game being played. By framing it as busy, she avoids rejecting you directly. She keeps the door slightly open so you keep waiting, hoping, investing. And in the meantime, she explores other options without guilt, because in her mind, she's been honest with you. She told you she was busy. So technically, she didn't lead you on, right? Wrong. This is emotional breadcrumbing, giving just enough attention to keep you interested, but never enough to build something real. But the Stoic truth is, the man who walks away when she's too busy becomes the one she remembers when she's finally free. Because walking away signals something powerful. Self-respect. It tells her, I value my time. I don't wait for people who don't prioritize me. I move forward. And that creates attraction in ways that waiting never will. Never chase a woman who's making you compete with her schedule. If she wanted you, she'd make time. Red flag number 5. I'm not ready for a relationship right now. Here's the reality. When she says this, what she really means is, I'm not ready for a relationship with you. Because the same woman who isn't ready will be in love 2 weeks later with someone else. Why? Because attraction isn't logical, it's emotional. When the right person shows up, timing becomes irrelevant. Suddenly, she's ready. Suddenly, she's available. Suddenly, all those fears and hesitations disappear. So what does that tell you? It tells you that not ready is code for not interested enough. This phrase is her gentle way of lowering your expectations without losing your attention. She doesn't want to commit, but she doesn't want to lose the attention either. It's a strategic middle ground that benefits her while keeping you in limbo. And here's the trap. Most men hear this and think, if I just give her more time, more space, more understanding, she'll come around. But time doesn't create attraction. Tension does. Mystery does. Confidence does. And by waiting around, you're doing the opposite. You're becoming predictable, available, safe. And while those qualities might sound positive, they don't ignite passion. The harsh truth is this. When a woman truly wants you, she'll move mountains to be with you. She'll rearrange her life, she'll make it work. She'll choose you over comfort, over convenience, over fear. But when she says she's not ready, what she's really saying is, you're not worth the risk. That's not confusion, that's control. And when you recognize it, you reclaim your power. Red flag number 6. You deserve better. This one sounds noble, even kind, but in reality, it's one of the most manipulative lines ever spoken. Because when she says you deserve better, she's playing both the victim and the hero in her own story. She's trying to ease her guilt while keeping her image clean. Let's unpack this psychologically. On the surface, it seems selfless. It seems like she's putting your needs above her own. But dig deeper, and you'll see the manipulation. By telling you that you deserve better, she's avoiding saying what she really means. I don't want to give you what you're asking for. She's shifting the responsibility. She's framing the breakup or rejection as something she's doing for you, not to you. In dark psychology, this is called emotional mirroring. She reflects your empathy back at you to end things gently, but on her terms. And because it sounds so compassionate, you're less likely to feel angry or betrayed. You might even agree with her. You might even thank her. But here's what's really happening. She's controlling the narrative so she remains the good guy in the story. She gets to walk away without guilt, without confrontation, without being seen as selfish. And you? You're left confused, second-guessing yourself, wondering if maybe she was right. But here's the truth. If she truly believed you deserved better, she'd become better. She'd work on the relationship. She'd communicate. She'd fight for it. Instead, she's choosing to walk away while pretending it's for your benefit. Don't get fooled by softness. Sometimes the sweetest words come from the coldest hearts. The truth is, most men fall for these lines because they sound harmless. They sound like vulnerability, honesty, even affection. But behind every phrase lies a psychological signal, revealing how she views connection, power, and you. When you start decoding words instead of reacting to emotions, you become untouchable. That's Stoicism in practice. It's emotional control. It's masculine peace. You stop being a player in someone else's game and start becoming the architect of your own reality. You stop reacting and start observing. You stop hoping and start knowing. And that shift, that internal shift, changes everything. Because when you can see through the surface and into the subtext, you protect your energy, your time, and your heart. You stop wasting years on people who were never truly invested. You stop giving chances to those who didn't value the first one, and you start building a life based on clarity, truth, and self-respect. So the next time you hear any of these phrases, don't argue, don't chase, don't explain, just observe. Because in silence, your power grows. In patience, your wisdom deepens. And in self-respect, your value becomes undeniable. If you found this eye-opening, hit that like button right now. It helps more men discover the truth. And make sure you subscribe for weekly videos exposing female psychology, dark manipulation tactics, and stoic strategies to protect your mind and energy. Check out our other videos on this channel for more wisdom, more truth, and more power. Because once you understand how the game is played, you never get played again.